Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Legislative Report. I'm State Representative Matthew Dowling with the 51st Legislative District in Fayette and Somerset counties. Today we're here at Fastsigns, and I'm with the proprietor and owner, Brenda Stipanonvich.
Yes.
And Brenda, you've been in business here now for quite some time in the Uniontown area.
Yes, we opened up about 7.5 years ago. And Fastsigns is a franchise. We're a network of over 700 locations throughout the United States, and we're now in 8 different countries.
Now, I know just looking at the showroom that there is a wide array of items that you're able to offer to different clients. What type of clients do you work with?
We are mainly a wide format printer. We do any type of signage. There's very little that we would turn away or not do. We can do now ADA signage. We have the new technology with the CNC router to produce ADA signs with tactile braille. Our clients are varied business owners. We're mostly business to business. We do some personal graphics as well. A lot of business. The community has been very welcoming to us, and we've been very fortunate to be a part of it.
Now, if someone wants to learn more about the type of products that you offer, other than stopping here in the showroom, do you have a digital showroom or a website they could visit?
We have a very powerful website that they could visit. It's www.fastsigns.com/599. That would take you to our Uniontown website.
Now, how many employees do you currently have out of your Uniontown Fastsigns?
Right now there's myself plus 4. We have an outside sales rep, we have an inside sales, we have a production person, and a graphic designer, all full-time.
And we were talking a little bit before we started today about how technology has changed from the old vinyl that you had to weed out and pick and put on signs to where you're actually printing things as amazing as the door that's in the back room, which I'm hoping we'll see a little bit later on the tour. But why don't we take a look at some of that new technology, that large format printer, and you can explain to us how some of that works.
Absolutely.
So we're talking about technology in your industry and how much more efficient you've been able to become, and even to make things more cost efficient for the clients that you're serving. This machine behind us, I understand, is a new piece, relatively new piece you've put in. In fact, you blew through the wall and expanded it into a former tattoo shop, if I'm correct.
Yes.
But tell me a little bit about this machine, what it does, and how it has made your process more efficient.
This is a UV flatbed printer. It's made by Canon, and it allows us to print on substrates up to size of 4x8, and it makes the process so much more labor. It's not as labor intensive as the process that we used to use, where we printed on vinyl, laminated, and then applied it to the substrate. So we can print directly to anything from aluminum to plastic to foam core to coroplast, and it does the work for us, gives us a higher quality, allows us to be more productive, and we just love having the ability to have this piece of equipment added to our workshop.
I believe this is a 4x8 sign.
It is a
that you're
4x8,
printing.
yes.
How long does it take to print a sign like this?
Approximately 5 minutes. It would be complete on one side.
And then you can get that out to your client and do installation or whatever they need.
Oh yes, we can run this all day, sheet after sheet after sheet, and crank out a whole lot more than we were able to in the past.
You were talking about all the different materials that you can print on, and one of the ones that I mentioned a little earlier in the broadcast was this door. Could we take a walk over here?
Sure.
And look at that? I actually have never seen anything like this before, but you tell us the process you use to print
We simply took the door off the hinges, we gave it a base coat of white paint, and then we laid it on our flatbed printer, picked an image off of Google, and simply printed it on the surface.
So there are a lot of unique applications that this type of a machine allows you to do that maybe other people in the industry can't do?
We've printed on glass, we've printed on wood, we've printed on acrylics. We have a nice acrylic piece in the window up there. It gives just great color. So it does give us the ability to be more creative and give our customers some unique products that we couldn't have done in the past.
What are some other pieces of equipment you have here that you may want to show off?
Sure.
Or tell us a little bit about?
Some of the everyday pieces that we use, we have our Mamaki plotter. We have a HP latex printer. I purchased this printer primarily for vehicle graphics.
So you're doing those big wraps.
Yes.
And I think I eat at the Stonehouse a good bit. You do their vehicles, I believe?
We did their vehicles, yes. And right now our production guy is wrapping a fire truck, a very unique fire truck that's going to be unveiled in the future. I don't want to give it away right now, but it's unlike any fire truck that you've seen in the area.
Okay.
So it's a really exciting project, and we get to be a part of that, which is really fun.
We'll be excited to see that whenever that finally is introduced and put out. Any other equipment that you use that you'd like to show off?
I'd like to show you our CNC router.
That would be great. So we're looking at some of the different pieces that the CNC router allows you to custom make for your clients. And I know one of the most popular pieces that you have are your ADA compliant signs. So tell me a little bit about these items on this board, because I know this router really distinguishes you from other people that are in this market.
Well, this piece goes in combination with the UV flatbed printer because we printed this on the flatbed. We put our digital marks on it so that we then are able to take it into our CNC router and have it custom cut, so we can cut in any shape, any material. We can cut through magnets, foam, aluminum, and so forth with our CNC router. But we can make fun projects like this. More importantly, we can do ADA signage now, which includes the tactile braille, which you can see here. So we custom make the ADA signage to fit the customer's decor, whether it be a new office, medical facility, or so forth. We can custom make those signs as needed and requested. We can also do custom engraving, as you can see in this piece, with a brushed aluminum finish on it. Or we can do layered dimensional lettering. We do a lot of this on walls for businesses, do the custom lettering and logos for them. So it's kept us pretty busy. If you'd like to take a look at it inside. We don't have it running today, but you can take a quick peek if you'd like.
Sure.
There's a light switch there.
Well, we've looked at all of the different pieces of equipment that are used in the process, but that's not where the process starts. Of course, I would believe it starts with an order, but then you have a design process and you have to work with your client to figure out what exactly they want or need. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how that process works, and I know you do a lot of your design in-house, how you work with the client to make that all come together.
We do, Matt. We have a great graphic design department here, and our key designer here is Mike. Once the order's placed, a lot of times the customers can send us their logos, then Mike has to place it in to the signage that he's developing. Once he completes that process, we send it out to the customer for the proofing process and give them the opportunity to make changes if needed. Then they electronically approve it or make changes as needed, and we then get that into production for them. Mike has about 14 years of experience as a designer, very sharp. He helps us make the customers look good.
So when a customer comes to you, I'm sure some of them might have already sketched something out and they have an idea of what they want, but I would assume some people probably aren't sure what they want.
A lot of people aren't sure, so we'll oftentimes bring them back here to sit down and talk with Mike, so that they can be on the same page and get a feel of what the customer's wanting to portray to their customers in the business. We do a lot of marketing materials for trade shows, and we want our customers to look their very best when they are displaying their business in their shows.
Now, I've kind of been overwhelmed by the amount of technology you have here, and in your design process and order process, I know you've even implemented technology there where you're tracking your orders from the sale to the completion and production of those orders. Tell me a little bit about that system that you've implemented there.
Well, we updated our POS system just within the last year to a system called Corebridge that helps us go paperless. Everything is electronic, so that when Mike comes to his workstation, he has everything that's in the design stage in front of him in his computer with all the details, sizes, dimensions, colors, wording, and so forth. So he's able to pull up that customer's order, do it in a first in, first out basis, and when he completes that, then it automatically gets moved over to the proofing process, where our customer service rep would send that artwork to the customer for approval.
So that's eliminated clipboards on the wall with lots of pieces of paper, and it allows you to better track for your customers where their product is in the order placement and production.
Yes, we've got rid of our paper completely, which has been a breeze. We love it. It helps us with our morning work start meetings to all gather around our production area, look at the computer and look at the orders at hand, and organize our day and our workflow.
Well, Brenda, thank you for showing us the design aspect. I know there's a couple more things we want to talk about before we end today's program, but let's move out to the other room.
Okay.
So operating a small business in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania sometimes can be a little difficult. There's a lot of regulations, but also some positive things that the Commonwealth can help you with.
Yes, and I must say that your office was very helpful when I decided to become a part of this franchise. I had to develop a business plan, and I reached out and found that there were resources available at St. Vincent College to help us develop a business plan. And more recently, I reached out to your office, Matt, and they put me in touch with Jim Kunkel, and he came to Uniontown, sat down with me, because my goal at the time was to become registered as a woman business owner, and it is a lengthy, involved process to do that, as I found out. But he sat down with me very patiently and explained to me step by step how to make that happen. So that I appreciate, and I reached out to your office and they were very helpful to me.
Well, we congratulate you on taking those steps to move in that direction. If someone wants to know more about your business, why don't you share your website and telephone number for anyone who may be watching?
I can share those, but more importantly, I would appreciate them stopping by to talk to me. We give tours throughout the facility at random anytime. If someone wants to stop in, I'd be happy to show them around, sit down and talk with them about becoming a small business owner. Our phone number, we can be reached at 724-430-7446. And our website is www.fastsigns.com/599. So they can check out our website, feel free to call, and more importantly, feel free to stop by, because we welcome visitors all the time.
Well, I want to thank you for tuning in to this legislative report. I'm Representative Matthew Dowling in the 51st Legislative District. If you'd like more information from my office, please visit us at repdowling.com or find us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram.